Nina and the Strange Man. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled deep within the heart of Africa, there lived a girl named Nina. Nina, a bright-eyed and adventurous child, resided with her mother as her father had long departed from this world. This story, filled with suspense and magic, begins with a fateful morning that would change Nina's life forever. One crisp morning, Nina decided to visit her dearest friend, Nellie, a plan she excitedly shared with her mother. However, her mother was deeply unsettled by the idea. She sternly advised Nina against venturing out, emphasizing that she should stay home, attend to the household chores, and avoid any escapades until her mother's return. Nina, eager to explore the world outside, pretended to accept her mother's instructions. As soon as her mother left for the day's chores, Nina couldn't contain her joy. She paid no heed to her mother's warnings and immediately prepared herself for the journey to visit her friend Nellie. The thought of embarking on an adventure filled her with such delight that she couldn't resist. With a twinkle in her eye, she set out, the world outside her home brimming with wonders. As she strolled along the village path, the joyful chirping of birds and the brilliant African sunshine enveloped her with a sense of happiness. The beauty of nature captured her heart. Little did she know that danger lurked nearby. In a thicket just off the path, a sinister presence concealed itself, a strange man with a nefarious agenda. He was the son of a wicked witch named Daniaki, a malevolent sorceress who demanded a sinister tribute every first day of the month. Innocent girls like Nina. This time, Nina was destined to become his prey. The strange man, careless and desperate to fulfill his mother's dark desires, made a sound that caught Nina's attention. She paused, her eyes darting around, searching for the source of the strange noise. At first, she saw no one and continued on her journey, assuming it was just the rustling of animals in the underbrush. However, the eerie feeling in her gut would not fade. She soon heard another sound, the distinct footsteps of someone approaching from behind. Fear gripped her heart as she turned to see a terrifying figure, a sinister man with an evil glint in his eyes, drawing closer and closer. Panicked, Nina quickened her pace, her feet pounding the earth. But the menacing stranger was relentless in his pursuit, his hands reaching out to touch her. Fear and desperation drove her to run faster, but the man's malevolent intentions gave him a dark resolve. The strange man, the son of the witch Daniaki, was determined to capture Nina, for she was to be the next sacrifice in a macabre ritual that served his mother's insatiable thirst for power. As Nina ran with all her might, her path became a race against her own destiny. Nina's heart pounded, her breath came in gasps, and her legs strained under the relentless pursuit. In the shadows, the sinister man chanted incantations, weaving a powerful spell that ensnared her. Suddenly, Nina's feet became rooted to the ground, rendering her immobile. No matter how hard she struggled, her legs refused to obey her will. Terror washed over Nina as she realized the gravity of her situation. The evil man was almost upon her, his cold, gnarled fingers inching closer. In her desperation, she let out a scream, but it was too late. Darkness overcame her, and she lost consciousness. When Nina awoke, her surroundings were foreign and shrouded in shadows. She was confined to a dimly lit hut, the walls steeped in an eerie silence. Disoriented and disheartened, she found herself in the presence of the wicked witch Daniaki. The witch's appearance was as sinister as her reputation. Her eyes bore into Nina with a malevolence that sent shivers down her spine. The trembling girl mustered the courage to speak. "Who are you?" With a wicked cackle, Daniaki replied, "I am the great witch Daniaki." Tears welled up in Nina's eyes as she implored, "Why are you keeping me here? I am just an innocent girl. Please do not hurt me. I am a good girl. Let me go home." My mother will be waiting for me." Daniaki, unmoved by Nina's pleas, felt no pity for the poor child. "Soon I shall make you my meal," she hissed, her laughter a chilling echo in the dimly lit hut. Nina wept, her tears a testament to the despair that engulfed her. She could only think, if only I had listened to my mother's instructions. As time passed, a thunderstorm raged outside, and the rain lashed against the roof of the hut. In response, Daniaki conjured a fire to dispel the cold that threatened to seep into her abode. The witch's eyes gleamed with an insidious hunger. As the flames danced and crackled, Daniaki advanced towards Nina with a gleaming, malevolent knife in her hand. Nina's terror was palpable as she realized the witch's intentions. Paralyzed with fear, she summoned all the courage she had left and pushed Daniaki into the nearby fire. Daniaki's scream pierced the air, and the hut burst into flames. Nina, her heart pounding, dashed for the door, frantically praying it would open. Miraculously, it did, and she stumbled outside into the pouring rain. Nina was disoriented and fearful, and the world around her seemed strange and unfamiliar. She had no idea where she was or where to go. She ran for hours, the rain soaking her to the bone, tears mixing with raindrops. Lost in the midst of a dense forest, her stomach ached with hunger, and there was no sign of food or water. Her cries for help went unanswered as she wandered deeper into the wilderness. After hours of despair, Nina stumbled upon an old man deep within the forest. At first she was terrified and instinctively wanted to flee, but the old man's soothing voice reassured her. He told her not to be afraid, assuring her that he meant no harm. The old man was taken aback by the story Nina told him. She explained how she had been kidnapped and what horrors she had endured at the hands of Daniaki. Moved by her plight, the old man felt a deep sense of pity for her. He said, "You've suffered enough, my child. I will help you find your way back home." Nina's heart soared with gratitude and relief. She was overjoyed to have finally met someone who would guide her back to the safety of her home. The old man led her out of the dense forest and back to her village. Back in the village, there was an uproar. Her mother and the villagers had been searching frantically for her, fearing the worst. Her mother had been restless with worry, and the entire community had rallied together to find her. The old man brought Nina back to her mother, who embraced her daughter with tears of joy and relief. Nina, humbled and grateful, begged her mother for forgiveness and vowed never to disobey her again. The village rejoiced at Nina's return, and her tale of bravery and survival became a legend passed down through the generations as a reminder of the perils of disobedience and the strength of the human spirit. Nina had faced unimaginable darkness and danger, but with determination and the help of a kind-hearted stranger, she had found her way back to the light. In the end, Nina and the strange man serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the wisdom in heeding a mother's advice and the power of resilience in the face of adversity.